Okay, I'm gonna start recording now. I feel like my life is an all-time high. Oh shit. Okay. All-time high, haha. But I also think it's because I started in my 20s. Yeah, dude, starting early in your 20s would be the play. Starting at 29 or 27 is kind of rough. But hey, we all gotta start sometime, you know? It's gonna take some time. But welcome guys to the presentation. Today we will be talking about life in Japan. So if you don't have anything to drink, please get something to drink, get some water, get ready, and get comfortable because we have a lot of things to dive in. And I'm gonna share some of my experiences having lived in Japan for 1 year and 8 months. And of course, it's limited how much we can cover, but I'll be talking a bit about some of the good things and bad things. So let's just get into it. So is it worth the hype moving to Japan? Let's see. So a bit about me, guys. My name is Gustav, or some people call me Gusi. I'm from Denmark, DK. 29 years old. My background is been trying a lot of weird businesses. The spelling is kind of trying a lot of weird businesses. I've been selling bananas. I've been helping students to find their jobs. I've been helping students to find apartments. I've been selling lube. I've been selling all kind of things. I did some time doing vans. I've been teaching. Had a lot of weird businesses. I came to Japan 2 years or 18 months and 27 days ago to chase my dreams of starting a company in Japan. And my dream is I'm living it right now. Like I'm here in Japan to start businesses and just have the best experiences while I'm young. And this photo is taken from once I was in Kamakura in 2023. So here's a little bit of a summary of my experience in Japan. So I finished my master's in 2023 in business, and then right after that I just started immediately to learn Japanese. I didn't really think about what it would be like learning Japanese or what life was like in Japan. I'd never been to Japan. The only thing I knew about Japan was Pokemon and manga, pretty much. That was it. But immediately after I finished my master's, I was like, I'm gonna leave Denmark. I'm gonna go to Japan and I'm gonna start a crazy business. And the reason why I thought Japan was such a great opportunity is because they had I went to this festival each year from 2029 to 2023, a Japanese festival, and I could see how much more popular Japan was becoming. Plus, I always loved Japan. I always had an interest in that. So I just thought, I didn't even think about coming and visiting before. I just immediately started learning Japanese, online, unprepply, having private tutors, 400 hours before. And then I came into Japan in September 2023. At that time I had a girlfriend, and in 2024 I broke up with my ex-girlfriend who came here to Japan, and I started doing TikTok live and doing much more content. And now it's been in 2024. I also finished 1 year of language school, intensive language school. Shout out to Kudan. And today I'm working in Japan. I'm single and I'm making content in Japan. So that's a bit about me. So let's get it. I hope you're enjoying it so far, guys. Thank you for being here. So in this presentation, here's the things that I will be covering. What I love about Japan. I will be talking about some of the hard parts, because there are definitely hard parts coming to Japan. I've been living in many countries. I've been living in Canada. I lived in the US. I lived in South Korea. I lived on a boat. So I have experience living in different places, and I would say there's definitely some hard things about living in Japan, which we will be getting into in a very short time. Then there's also, for people who are thinking about moving to Japan or already living in Japan, some of the things that I wish I knew. And then at the end, I will get a review. So disclaimer, anything like I'm saying in this presentation can change over time. Nothing is permanent. Things and impressions and feelings and emotions change. So this is just like my current feeling of what it is like living in Japan. It changes per day. Some weeks maybe you feel that way too. Brilliant. Like sometimes you have a super cool week. Other times you have like what am I doing? What the hell is going on? Like this happens quite a lot. I feel it goes a lot up and down. So that's just something to be mindful of. This is not like this is how it is. This is my experience. So yes, let's get into it. So starting off with the great things about Japan, guys. I mean, this is pretty. This is I don't know. These emojis got kind of changed, so they look kind of different from when I picked them. But I would say some of the greatest things in Japan is definitely there's four main things I would say. There's the people, the society, Japan as a Japan, and then the social. So let's talk a bit about the people. Japanese people, guys. Japanese people are some of the best people in the world. I don't know if it is the food they get, or if it's the school, or their parents, or how they were raised. Japanese people, guys, are the kindest people in the world. I think I might cap that. They are some of the kindest people in the world. They are so nice. They will help you. They will be sweet to you. They will take you out. And they care a lot about you as they're great friends. Japanese people are the best friends. They are the friend you always wish. You know, in all animes, there is this great friend. That is Japanese people. Japanese people are absolutely amazing in all areas. So I think that is one of the benefits and good things about coming to Japan. They're super generous, and they are also very fun and educated. They are very interesting to talk to, and they know how to party. So but here's a photo of me getting taken out of some Japanese couple I met on a vacation, and that's I don't think that would happen in Denmark ever. So shout out to Japan for that. Another thing that's also great, guys, is the Japanese society. And I'm talking about food, I'm talking about the convenience, I'm talking about hospitals, safety, and like business. It's amazing. Like, there's the three main reasons why it's so great, the Japanese society. And I'm coming from Denmark, guys, where there's free education. I'm saying the Japanese society is amazing. It's super safe, it's convenient, and the healthcare is crazy, guys. The healthcare is absolutely one of the best healthcares in the world. 100%. And I've been a lot to the doctor. Also, guys, right now, Japan is a great place for opportunities. Whether you want to study, if you want to do business, if you want to learn a language and explore, it's never been better to be in Japan. There's so many opportunities, so many people coming to Japan, and it's becoming much easier to get visas. For example, they just extended the visa usually you could only get one working holiday visa from 18 to 30, but now you can get 2 years. So they're making it a lot more easy to start businesses and get visas in Japan, which is really, really cool. Here's a good thing about Japanese healthcare. Japanese healthcare is absolutely goated, top tier, S tier. I've been to the Japanese healthcare a lot. I had some stomach problems, also why I'm going back to Denmark here tomorrow. And it's been amazing every time. Here's me at the hospital, completely high of the morphine, and yeah. Japanese healthcare has been really, really good. I don't know if brilliant if you have been to the hospital sometimes, but you get quick appointments. It's easy to get a doctor. Like in Denmark, you have to get it. So I can't even get in contact with my doctor, and it's been a month. She's not picking up the phone. Here in Japan, boom, you get an appointment. It's 70% discount. I know for some people coming from the US, getting healthcare is really expensive. In Japan, it's very, very cheap, I would say. Like getting this endoscopy thing, it was not like, it was $100 or something. And there's 7-Elevens at the hospital. Yeah. Another thing, guys, talking about the opportunities, I'm going to talk a bit about it here. The land of the rising opportunity, guys. And that is also one of the reasons why I came to Japan. There's so many cool opportunities in all aspects of being in Tokyo and Japan right now. Things are just moving. You can feel it in the city. A lot of things are coming. A lot of foreigners are coming. And here's why. Japan is the 4th largest economy in the world right now. It is a huge economy. There's more than 65 million in workforce right now in Japan. And a lot of Man, thank God I haven't had any health problems in Japan at all. But good to know the healthcare is great. Yeah, man. Don't worry, the healthcare is great. Trust. So you don't have to worry about that. Um, Japan is a huge opportunity, like from a business perspective as well, because a lot of things and concept from Europe and America simply haven't arrived to Japan yet because of the language barriers. So if you have ideas from your country and want to bring them to Japan, it's very appreciated. Or if you want to bring things from Japan to your country, it's very likely there is a lot of things that hasn't been made yet. So there's a lot of opportunities to innovate and come up with new ideas, which is also super interesting. And yeah, there's also right now, if you didn't know, in Japan, more than 1 million companies right now there without someone to take over. So if you want to buy a company or start your own business, you can legit go and find companies down to only $10,000 and you can get set up in Japan with a visa. There is so many companies because the population size of Japan is declining that people cannot take over, and therefore it is super cool for people who want to just buy a business, get started. Also, Japanese are great employers and they are loyal in business. They're really great employees and they're really good workers. So that's also great. Another thing is the yen is super low. You probably already know that, so it's cheap, which is also why the tourism is popping off right now. It's at an all-time high in Japan. There's tourists everywhere. Tourists here, tourists there, tourists in there. It's tourists, and it means that there's a lot of interest, which means it is good for businesses. Another point for why Japan is a great place to go if you want to do business is that in recent years, Japan's economy has been flatlining and they are therefore now starting to invest much more in startups. So if you want to make a startup, they're making it both easier to get the visa, the startup visa, or the business visa, as well as it's much easier to get funding. I have talked to some of my friends in the startup community. You can legit get funding by even just at having an idea. Usually in Denmark at least, or in most places for VC, you need to have a business plan and a more developed business before you can get funding. But here in Japan, you can legit get funding if you have a cool idea. One thing to note is if you want to start a business in Japan, it's important to make it something that benefits Japan, because that's going to help you a lot when you are making your a visa application. They favor startups that benefits Japan. So that's just something to keep in mind. So anything that can help Japan, they will love. The last point here, and some of the good things about Japan. One of the last points. Japan is full of beauty. We're talking. Okay, I'm gonna say it. The girls are beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. The guys are beautiful. Oji-chans are beautiful. Everyone is a beautiful country, guys. Full of beauty. Japan is beautiful in how they presence, in whatever they do. Japan is beautiful. Another thing is, guys, and let me tell you about this. Japan is never boring. I don't know, brilliant. Where you from in the US? Where you guys from in your own country? In Denmark, it's a very small country, and I tell you, after just a few years, you know all the bars, you know all the things, you've been everywhere. There's nothing that surprises you. Japan is like, you'd never know what's gonna happen. All the time, things, stores you have never seen, places you've never been. There's so many things to explore, so it never gets boring. And yeah, as you can see, you can legit get lost in bookstores, in sightseeing, and yeah, there's so many cool places to go. Go in nature with your friends, going to different places. There's so many places I haven't been to yet in Japan, so that's really something I would like to do. Another thing, guys, is driving in Japan is absolutely goated. If you don't have your driver license, you can transfer your European or American driver license really easily. It takes 1 day. You just need to get a translation, which costs 4,000 yen. And then you need to set up an appointment, which can be a bit difficult. But if you have a Japanese friend or you speak Japanese, it's not really a problem. And then you go there and it takes 4 hours and it's done. And then you can drive as much as you want. So really recommend that. because if you can drive, guys, you can go to some of the places that you usually don't go to and meet with the locals. Here's a photo of me with Yomi-san, who is a painter and chi master. I can't remember what his name, so I just made up that name. But yeah, he's absolutely cool guy, and we got invited home to his place, and we drank some tea and coffee, and he talks about how he was once a salaryman and now he became a painter, so you can get some super cool stories from the locals. I could keep going on some of the good stuff, but these are just what I will cover in this video. Now, the hard stuff. The hard stuff. Guys, what's up, Kate? Good to see you guys. Go on YouTube if you're not following already. I'm doing a presentation on YouTube Live, Goosey TV. Please go there right now. Okay, guys, now we're gonna go into the hard stuff. And that's also super important. I got a lot on this one. So let's look at it. So here is some of the hard stuff. Only some of it. So the first one, for me, it has been a huge culture shock coming to Japan. Like, coming to Japan, it has been the biggest culture shock in my entire life. There's not been a bigger culture shock in any other place I've lived than Japan, for facts. It's been really like, wow. It's so different. Not necessarily bad, but it's a big difference from what I'm used to in Copenhagen, in Denmark. Also, some of the language is also one of the hard things in Japan. Today I had to extend my lease with the apartment. How do you say that in Japanese? That can be very difficult. Loneliness. I don't know about you, Brilliant, but you're going to uni and stuff like this. But guys, if you're working on your own business, or if you're working at home or doing remote work, or you're a content creator, you will get lonely. You will get lonely in Japan. And I would say I'm quite extroverted. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very outgoing. I talk to people all the time. But I will say definitely it's been the most lonely times I ever felt has been in Japan. Like, there's been times, guys, where I've been so lonely that you just come home and then you just sit and you're like, what am I gonna do? Like, there's no one, you know, because as also living in a big city, a lot of people come and go. If you don't speak Japanese, it can get lonely. How many people do we have in the chat right now? I can see there's 5 people watching from the YouTube. Please let me know if you're still here and can hear me. It's all good. Can you hear me in the chat right now in YouTube? Yeah, okay. And okay, let's just continue. So also, guys, paperwork in Japan is absolutely insane. I've never experienced that much paperwork. It has been completely crazy. Yeah, okay, Brilliant is still here. Let's go. My man, shout out. Yeah. How has it been for you with loneliness, Brilliant? Is that something you've experienced? Is that and from people, ima minasan YouTube live をします。もし YouTube 見たい、私は YouTube に live します。YouTube, I'm gonna write Goosey TV. Yeah. Have you also been a bit lonely sometimes, guys? It happens. Okay, but let's get into it. So, and I'm gonna also talk a bit about paperwork. So the culture shock, guys, coming to Japan is huge culture shock. Especially if you are from a Western country, here are some of the difference between, wait, let me just move my camera a bit so you can see it better. Let me put it down here. Sometimes, but I always put myself out there and make sure I don't get lonely, but it takes effort. Yeah, that is also a great point. You gotta keep, if you don't want to get lonely, you have to get out there. You gotta do things, nothing comes. Like, if you just stay at home and watch videos, you're gonna get lonely. So you have to go out. Maybe you could say some things that you do to not get lonely. Like, I feel like you're quite good at hosting events and stuff like this. Yeah, so cultural difference between Japan and Denmark. So as you can see here, guys, I think Japan and Denmark could not get more different. Different. So in Japan, they have indirect communication, as you probably know, which means you don't say what you feel you directly. You say more say more like how do you say? You give hints. You give small hints on how you feel, and then to avoid conflict, you let the other person kind of has to get it. And that stems from a Confucian heritage they have, like how it was they were raised from many years ago. And that is in direct opposite to Denmark, where we usually just, if we like someone, we tell we like that person. If we don't like that person, we tell them we don't like them. And that stems from a Lutheran egalitarian, I said roots, but I made a mistake here, where you say exactly how you feel. And that can be quite difficult coming to Japan, because you will maybe offend people, and you might have a hard time communicating sometimes with businesses and things in general, that you say how you feel, and then people will be like, what the, that's kind of rude, or the opposite way. Another thing that Japan is known for is the group dynamics. They favor group dynamics more, and how we're feeling in a group over individuality, where in Denmark is in individuality, everyone do their own thing. And the reason why for Japan is because of when they were doing rice fields and the agriculture village life, you had to work together as a team. And Denmark has a modern welfare state that kind of take care of everything, so you have more time to just think for yourself or do your own. You don't need to rely too much on other people. In Japan, this goes a bit with communication, but in Japan we have something saying like reading the air. You have to understand the culture and how to give gift, what to say, when to speak, when to be quiet. And there's a lot of rules. Japan is full of rules for how to have fun, rules to how to open your chopsticks, rules for how to give gifts. There's rules for everything, so there's no confusion. And that's very in contrast to Denmark, who has very few rules, and it's very flat hierarchical structure. It's a bit the same here. And it goes a bit tatemae, where you have your polite face to the front and you show your true feelings in private. Denmark, you just express yourself openly. So if you're Danish or coming from a Western country, if you expect that people will be like you are in your country, you will probably feel a bit feeling a bit alienated or feel a bit different, because the culture is super different. Okay, let's and we move on. So when they even made studies about this, that when people come to Japan, Yutan, thank you for the follow. When people come to Japan, there is a culture shock curve, and that was quite interesting, because I think this is quite a good representation of how you feel coming to Japan, and maybe any foreign country, but here Japan especially, because this is based in Japan. Did you feel this brilliant when you came to Japan? How was your experience? Did you have has it been a straight curve, or has it been going up and down? Because I feel this has been very accurate on me. Good morning, guys. Welcome. We are doing TikTok live right now on YouTube live, so please go follow on that one. Yeah. Live chat. Yeah, okay. Well, you can think about it, and then I will get into it. So, so the honeymoon phase, guys. When you come to Japan, you're gonna be so excited. I agree with you. Very up and down too. Exactly. Yeah, I was so excited coming to Japan before. Like, you don't believe it, guys. I was so hyped. I was so stoked coming to Japan. I never been to Japan, and it was absolutely super exciting. So when I came to Japan, wait, let me just pause this one. So you can see I was super excited the first month. Like, trying the new the toilets was amazing. If you come from a country like Denmark, where it's always cold and it's cold going to the toilet, and you suddenly can use a Japanese toilet, you're gonna feel so excited about it. Like, I was so blown away by the toilets. Going out with friends, seeing the city, going to small different alleyways. It was so cool. So here is a little bit of a video of me arriving, my first day arriving in Japan. Curious, thank you for the photo. Okay, let's see it. I hope you can hear it.
Oh my god. So cool. Guys, I just arrived in Japan. Fuck yes! I'm so hyped. No way, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I hope you can hear it, guys. But I was so excited coming to Japan. I was freaking out. Like I would legit started crying. It was so cool. What's up, Joy? Yeah, and these I would say it lasted for me 1 to 4 months. They mixed together, but I had a hard start because when I came to Japan, I thought immediately I would like to get my own apartment. So before that, I was staying in a capsule hotel, and I stayed at a capsule hotel. And I met a lot of great people at this capsule hotel. It was absolutely amazing. I was like making friends, hang out with my friends. This is my Korean friend right here. And hey, watching from Japan, what's up, Akira? Good to see you. Could I put this? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we were going out doing all these kind of things. You're seeing weird, like not weird, but like blue mangoes. Akebi. I think it's a mango. This one. So many new impressions. Everything is new and exciting, and you just want to explore. You're having a great time of your life. Yeah, so I'm here more at the capsule hostel, guys. As you can see here, I've been staying at the capsule hostel at this point for 2 months, and I'm getting kind of cracked. This is the day where I met one of my best friends. His name is Alex from Australia. Absolutely legend of a guy. This is where we just met. And that's also going back to just, you gotta, like going to a capsule hostel can be great because you meet so many people. But yeah, this is my friend Emma. We had birthdays on the same day, and we met also at the capsule hotel. Here's me and her getting some dinner. And this was basically how we would just sit every day, talk with each other. This is my friends. Yeah, we would just hang out. But I would say this, and one night I'm out biking in Shinjuku, guys. I'm out biking in Shinjuku on my bike. And at this point, I've been living 2 months in the capsule hotel. And I legit am feeling kinda what is going on. Because I'm living like this. Now people who are on the TikTok live can't see it, but here's a photo of me laying with my suitcases up in the capsule hotel. And it's been 2 months. I'm sleeping like so bad. And we're staying 11 people in this capsule hotel. It smells, it's nasty, and you can't really work. I was going to school at this time, you can't study. And there's cockroaches everywhere.
Welcome to the hotel.
Yeah. There's huge cockroaches everywhere. Bedbugs. Everything disgusting. I know about you, Brilliant, if you live in a share house or what you guys live in, but like I was living in this house, guys, and I couldn't leave. There was no way for me to leave because in Japan, and this is one of the hard things coming to Japan, you legit wait, let me just put myself down here. One of the hard things, guys, in Japan is that you legit, if you don't have a phone, you can't get a bank account, and if you don't have a bank account, you can't get a apartment. You cannot sign up for an apartment. It's a complete that is a catch-22. I had to go up to my school homeless, guys. I couldn't even get a house on Airbnb because to get a house on Airbnb, you have to give your normal house address. I legit couldn't, so I had to go with my school, all my stuff to the school, and there was a month before we were starting school, and I had to tell them like, yo, I need to get a bank account right now because I can't, like, I'm gonna go in the streets. I can't, if I don't have a bank account, I can't get a phone. If I can't get a phone, I can't get a house. And it was like, and they were like, oh no, we cannot do, you have it to wait. But I was like insisting. I stayed there, and finally they gave in, breaking the rules. I knew they felt bad about it, but they did it, help it. So that was the only way to get out, and that is something. If you're coming to Japan, you need to get a plan, guys. because I kept looking for apartments. I got rejected. Most places, they don't accept foreigners. Even if you have all the money in the world, they will just not accept you because you're a foreigner. Simple as that. And that is kind of one of the hard things living in Japan. Like, it's very hard to get settled. Then I made the play. I knew that coming to Japan would be super difficult before, so I had a plan. I contacted a guy on Fiverr called Kosuke-san. I don't have a photo of him right now, but he's an absolute legend, guys. Kosuke-san was the guy who saved my life, legit. Okay, it's like, okay. But like I would not have survived. I would not have gotten this apartment without Kosuke-san. He was my Japanese life expert, helping me setting up the apartment. He pretended he was my agent when we had to sign. Pause, don't tell that to the management company. But like, he came and from 3 hours away to sign the contracts with me. From Fiverr. So that's huge recommendation. If you're coming to Japan, get someone to help you from Fiverr, a Japanese person. I paid him like $400 for the whole thing, and he helped me with gas, water, electricity, getting apartments, everything like that. And yeah, there it is, guys. Found the apartment. Huge win. As you can see here, guys, for those people on the TikTok live right now, I'm showing a photo of the first days in the apartment, guys. Where are you staying? Brilliant. Does your place look like this? As you can see down here, guys, I don't know if you can see my my screen, but like you can see all of these papers in the right side here. Like that's all papers from Japanese paperwork, and I tell you, it is something else. It's something else.
These are just some of the...
So here's a little video.
These are just some of the papers you have to do when you get a apartment in Japan.
Luckily, I had a friend, and that's also another thing, guys. Going to Japan, you gotta use your friends, because I had a friend, she was Spanish, and she's translating books from Japanese to Spanish, and she's super good at Japanese. She helped me with all of these things. But yeah, so I went through it 4 to 12 months of just grinding paperwork. Language school is calling because you're late, because you had to go somewhere for the paperwork. You don't know with your visa. You don't understand anything. Paperwork is crazy. There's no nature in Japan, in Tokyo, really. So one day I was I needed to touch grass so much that I legit biked for 100 kilometers. I just biked until I got to a mountain, and it took 5 hours. And I get out there in the middle of the night, and I just touch some wood, and then I go back. You can, if you like nature, you gotta find a way to get outside of Japan, and that's why I'm getting a motorcycle license this next year. When I'm coming back to Denmark soon, I'm gonna get a license for motorcycles, so I can go to different places, because it can be difficult to get out if you don't have a way of transportation. So motorcycle license is really good to have in Japan, I think. Fun fact, I stay in the biggest university tournament in Japan. It's International Pretty Bliss Road. That sounds so fun. Yeah, I think like living situation matters a lot, man. If you're living alone, maybe I don't know if I would recommend living alone. If you can find a dorm, it's probably better. Like I was just 27 when I came, and living with like a 20 years old CBA, and I had all my setup. I knew what I was going to do and work on business. I wanted to have my own place, but it costs a lot, man. It costs a lot of fun experiences and a lot of your loneliness living in your own place, because you legit are like a Japanese salaryman. You go to work and you come back and you're like, whoa, there's no one. I don't know anyone close to where I live. Yo, Ariel, thank you for the subscribe on the YouTube. This presentation is going pretty well. I would say. How are you feeling, Brilliant? How do you like the presentation so far, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I think having a dorm would be super fun. That would be super fun. You get to meet so many people and build a network here. So, but it's kind of, if you're an older man like me, an older guy, then it's my YouTube, guys, is Goosey TV. Goosey TV. If you're an older guy like me, then it can be a bit difficult, guys, meeting friends out on the street and stuff like this. When you don't have like, I know my friend Hiroki, he just sent me a message next door, but like you don't meet, like here in my area, it's all families. What's up, Yuko? 今ちょっと日本の、presentation をします。Yeah, so 4 to 12 months, I'm still kind of in this, but we're finally getting out on the other side. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, it's great. We're still kind of going. We're not done yet, bro. We're not done yet. We still got some stuff. Okay, guys. So yeah, I was kind of down in those periods a bit, but it was fun too. So now after 12 to 16 months, guys, like once you start to learn Japanese and start to connect with locals and getting a job, you start to have a much better experience of Japan, for sure. I'm finally starting to understand what it is like living in Japan. Of course, sometimes I still feel like, what am I doing? But whenever I'm back in Denmark or somewhere else, I always miss Japan. Like immediately when I leave in the airport, I'm like, damn, I miss Japan. I don't know if you feel the same way. I miss Japan. Konnichiwa. Okay, so a little bit about some of the things that I wish I knew before coming to Japan. I had a big fat crush on a girl, and she's really considering to move to Japan, and I need to info out of my mind because I'm a uni student already working. That's very valuable. Wait, I have a big fat crush on a girl. She's really considering moving to Japan, and I need info outside KY own experience because I'm a uni student, and she's already brilliant. I will hook you up with some dating goods about how you can go about it. I'm thinking about making videos about like dating and stuff in Japan as well. So watch out for that. But yeah, here's some of the things that I wish I knew before coming to Japan, guys. I wish I knew before coming to Japan that I had done a visit before. I legit didn't know anything about Japan. I never seen Japan before I set foot in and got an apartment and spent 400 hours learning Japanese. I have no clue what it was like living in Japan. So I think if you gotta visit before, and this is 皆さんもし日本他の国行きたいんですが、絶対ちょっとチェック前は行っての方が。Guys, I don't know why I didn't think about this. I was just like, yeah, it's gonna be fucking great. We're gonna meet so many girls. It's gonna be fire. We're gonna start a business. 1 year in, we're gonna become a millionaire, get on TV shows, all that stuff. I don't know. I thought Japan was gonna be like, I've been living in Korea, so I was like, okay, Japan, Korea, potato, potato. I thought it was a bit the same, but it was not, guys. So visit before you go to a country if you decide to live. Take the time. It might seem expensive to get your tickets to Japan before going to Japan, but trust me, guys, it's much cheaper to go and check out the country before you invest in an apartment, 5,000 hours in learning the language, getting through all the paperwork. Trust me, maybe you come here, and I've seen this happen a lot, guys. Foreigners coming to Japan thinking they're gonna go on a party trip, and then they come and they're like, it's completely quiet on the street. There's only Oji-sans, there's only old Japanese people, and they're like, what the fuck? And then they already got their house, they already did all this, and they don't speak any Japanese. Visit before, you will love it. Don't do as I did. Please go visit before. Yes. You're much more free to also move around once you have visited. So you can check out what places are good to go. You get to see the different schools. You can see things before. Always do this, big lessons before. Always visit before. Because Japan is not for everyone. I don't think Japan is for everyone. How is it for you, Brilliant, coming to Japan? It's very different from the US, I imagine. Or for people over here, how is it for you coming to Japan who are from a different country? Because I think it can be very different. It's not for everyone. I think Japan is not for everyone. You have to have a strong why to survive in Japan. Because if you want to learn the language and learn the culture, you gotta have a strong why to stay. You have to like it. And then by visiting, you can get to know people and you can see the different parts. Maybe go to Fukuoka. Maybe Fukuoka is more me. Maybe I love Hokkaido because I'm not great with the summer heat, and I wish I knew that before coming to Japan. Okay, another thing, guys, if you still don't want to go visit, go learn from others' experience on Reddit. There's so many great forums of people living in Japan explaining what they went through, how it is like, and this will legit save you thousands of dollars. It's a cheap alternative to visiting. I recommend still doing both, but some of the sources that I recommend is Reddit, YouTube. I don't think Instagram is great. Maybe some accounts, but mostly Instagram shows Japan in a fairy tale image. It's not the true thing. Like it's all about like susume, like and you're like, oh, beautiful nature, oh, beautiful girls, oh. But it doesn't really show you what the actual facts are. So I don't recommend Instagram. I recommend Reddit, YouTube, books, videos like this. There it is. And another thing, guys, have a plan. So important. And my ex-girlfriend, actually, she got kind of clapped because of her visa. It took her forever. She didn't speak Japanese when she came. I'm not throwing her under the bus, but I'm just knowing that it can be difficult with the visas, guys. Visas is super important in Japan, and therefore you gotta know when are the deadlines, when do you have to send in paper, when do you have to apply for your extension of lease, when do you have to do things there, because Japan has not mercy often with these things. If you're late to the boat, you're late to the boat. If you're late to the train goes. It's not like other countries. There's no like in between. It's yes or no. And that's when some people come to Japan, they expect it to be like, come on, can we not just, can you just fix the rules, you know? But no, guys, the rules are the rules, and they stick with them. So you gotta have a plan, know what you have to do, what. Find help on Fiverr if you want an apartment. It's legit the most broken thing you can do. If you want someone, I can send it your way. Make the choices before. Have a plan for learning language, because guys, most of the people who are depressed when it comes to Japan are the ones who don't speak Japanese. You're legit handicapped. You're legit if you can't speak Japanese, and I'm still not the best, you are legit like it's like not having arms. I would say it's almost as hard living in Japan as not having arms as it is with speaking Japanese. I don't know if that's a crazy take, but like you legit can't get around without speaking Japanese. You cannot talk to girls, you cannot get your lease, you cannot get your things, your gas. How are you gonna call it gas company? Of course, now with ChatGPT it is getting easier, but it's still. So yeah, you make a plan for learning Japanese and continue learning throughout. Go to language school, self-study Preply. Preply is great, I think. It's very cheap. I got a teacher from Preply for only 1,000 yen per hour. So you can legit just spam that. And another thing, guys, here soon as we're coming to the end, is also think 2 to 3 years ahead. Think, when do you need your visa? When do you have to apply for permanent residency visa? Know your plan, because otherwise, at some point, things is gonna happen, and then you stand there with all your stuff, and you have to go on the streets, or you can't come in. Because once you're out, you're kind of out. It's very hard to get in again. So you kind of have to be smart with the visas. Yeah. And I have to apply for the visa soon, for the startup visa as well. Study before you're coming. Yeah, I kind of insane ups. Guys, if you know Japanese, you legit can do anything in Japan. Guys, 皆さん、もし日本語話します。それは一番大切。もし日本に住んでいます。It is legit broken if you speak Japanese, guys. I've been going out with my foreigner friends who have been living in Japan, and they don't speak any Japanese. If you're talking to people, if you just know like N3 Japanese, you are legit it's golden. You will be having a much easier time making friends, meeting girls, doing business in all areas of your life, speaking Japanese. You can also connect better with locals, and it just makes overall your experience much easier. And you legit it's very, like, if you don't speak Japanese, I would say almost 70% of all girls is just not an option. Maybe that's a cap. That's maybe 50%, 60%, but like 50 to 70% of girls will just not be interested, because you can't really communicate on a deeper level. So yeah, study Japanese, shoot upside. Do you have close Japanese friends? It can boost your Japanese. Yeah, getting close Japanese friends, guys, is actually the best way to do it. I don't have that many Japanese close friends. I do, but not really close, more acquaintances. For some reason, I still hang out mostly with foreigners, probably because my Japanese is still not the best. I'm Danish. I'm not British. I'm Danish. But that's a great comment, Magnolia. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, do you have a lot of Japanese friends? Brilliant. How's your Japanese, by the way? I feel you were pretty good on Japanese. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of going through this fast, but it's been almost an hour, so it's a longer presentation. yeah, learning Japanese is super important. If you have close Japanese friends, you are much better. The people, if you ever either work at a izakaya or with Japanese people, you will learn very fast and you will sound natural. That is super important. For me, I learned through TikTok. So shout out to TikTok for learning me Japanese, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we are coming to an end. So my overall review of Japan, for people can see it, we are on the final slides here, is that Japan, guys, is sweet and sour sauce. Japan is definitely not for everyone. It has some great things and it has some sour things. It's not like I think some people, and that's very dangerous, if you fall in love with the image Japan has in animes, you will come and be disappointed. If you come to Japan with those high expectations, you will be disappointed. Because it has a lot of great things, but also a lot of hard things. There's a lot of loneliness. Some people in Tokyo is kind of depressed. You can kind of feel that vibe. People kind of depressed in some sense. And yeah, it's different. You have to kind of be okay with that. And I still struggle, like I'm learning to do that. I would still say it's 100% worth coming to Japan. I think I would do some things differently now looking back. Definitely maybe be in a more social environment, meet more friends, use Meetup, the app much more. And yeah. Unfortunately, no, I haven't put much effort into Japanese since it's not mandatory, but a great reminder, keep starting. Yeah, bro, like if you can speak Japanese brilliant, you will have much higher success, I think, in all areas in Japan. But same for me, I'm not the best, to be honest. Yeah, but I would still say it's 100% worth it, guys. I had some insane experiences, and this is a bit taking Buddhist inspiration from Buddhism. They talk a lot about conditioning, and when we grow up in a specific culture, you get conditioned by that culture, and your worldviews changes. Coming to Japan, you get completely new views on life. You get exposed to completely different ways of living. So you remove a lot of the conditioning from home. Also, guys, being in a different country, and this doesn't have to be Japan, but like going abroad and living in a different country, you can kind of define who you want to be, and you can get rid of all the expectation from parents and friends at home to be who you want to be. So you can go out and do things some you wouldn't do at home because you would be embarrassed of what people would think. Here in Japan, you can kind of, or any country, you can do more. And yeah, and I think Japan is like there's a Pokemon in the Pokemon called Dragonite, which is the hardest Pokemon to level, or Gyarados. But Gyarados and Dragonite are super hard to level. Dragonite evolves to its final stage as the latest at level 52. All other Pokemons is like maybe 36. It evolves at 52, guys. Japan is a Dragonite. Japan is like, it's so hard, it's so tough, it's so like inconvenient in many ways. You don't understand anything, but guys, it's so much more rewarding because of that. And that's why when you invest a lot into it, you get a lot back. So yeah, like here are some videos, guys. I'm gonna just show you here at the end for people on TikTok. I'm showing some videos. Here, the first video, guys, is me getting my first suit. Look at the customer service, guys. They're standing there and waving. Like, Japanese customer service is insane. And the Pokemon analogy, yeah. Japan is a Dragonite, guys. And it's like, it's a Gyarados. It's insane. Like, I've gone to some cosplay festivals, guys. I've started to do salsa. I've been on dates. I've been talking to chicks. I've been doing all that stuff. And I was not supposed to talk about it in this video because I want to do it a separate video. But guys, I would not have had those experiences if I wasn't going to Japan. So I regret nothing. Yes, am I lonely sometimes? 100%. Do I sometimes think, what am I doing? 100%. But do I have any regrets? Absolutely fucking not. So that's it, guys. Thank you for my little presentation. If you want to see more presentations like this, please go follow me on TikTok or other places. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for joining today. Let's do it. Turn up. How was it, guys? Come on, thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Brilliant. Thank you for staying through the whole presentation, guys. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. Hontou ni. That's it. That's it, guys. I'm gonna stop recording here.